Hey guys, I'm back. This is the project for the OBS, the full swap on the dashboard. It's not complete, but it's getting there. As you can see, here's the dash. Still got some stuff taken apart. So what I did here on this truck is I use the harness for the dash. Of course, I got the harness. There's a separate harness that goes for the center console for the, I believe it's the Bose stereo system that connects to the steering column and the stereo. There's no speakers right now, so you can't hear it. Also, there's another harness that runs to the seats. I'm going to install that too. So I mean, I could just run them manually, but I got some codes that are coming on the dash. I know I could possibly I could have just scratched that and went direct, and I would have had to flash my computer. Didn't want to do that. So the idea on this truck is I use the 2005 Cadillac Escalade harnesses. If you guys don't know, all the harnesses on this truck, they're separate. There's one harness that goes from the firewall all the way to the back, which controls the ABS system and the brake lights and the fuel system as well. I have the Cadillac Escalade fuel tank here. I'm going to be getting a smaller tank and run it towards the back, because I'm not sure yet, but I think I'm going to run it towards the back because I like the room underneath for the mufflers. But we'll see what I do. But this is for temporary, and this is basically if you guys are on a budget, and I'm on a budget because I want to make sure everything works. Right now, the truck is getting just put together, and it's kind of a hit and miss and trial and error, and that's basically what's going on here. I already did explain to you guys about the here, give me a minute. I explained to you guys about the brake lines. Bear with me. This is I got a mess. Okay, so it looks messy, but I know where everything goes. I wanted to explain to some of these things to you guys if you guys weren't sure. You wanted to do the same. If you don't, that's up to you. It's your choice. This is my project, and like I said, this is called Frank's Project Builds. This build is for a burnout truck that I'm building, and I know I could do the upgrade, I could do this, you could do that. Well, guess what? I don't want the truck to sit around. I notice a lot of these guys that start builds like this, it starts from one thing to another. It's upgrades on this, upgrades on that, you should do this, you should do that. And then what happens is you get overwhelmed, and by the time you know it, that motor's not even in anymore, and you just forget the idea. Well, this is going to be a burnout truck for me, so it doesn't have to look pretty. I want it to, but I got to make it safe, of course. Right now I'm just running everything, or it would be, and it's just like if it was still in the Cadillac, you know, in any old Cadillac from 99 to 05 or Silverado or SUV or whatnot, there's going to be issues or problems. So that's basically what I'm doing. The original, it's like if I was working on the Cadillac itself, but I know I'm not. But I put the wiring harness in the traditional area, would it be on the Cadillac. I bolted down to the it's the steel wheel hub that's right here for the wheel. I put that for now. If I go with a bigger rim, then I could, you know, put it in a different area. But for now, like, you know, like an airbag system or something like that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not planning to. I used the original spot would be in the Cadillac here for the harness. I used the firewall from the Cadillac Escalade. Didn't have to measure the holes because the holes I cut out that was the original hole from the Cadillac. I just welded it into my firewall. I did the same for the master cylinder with a hydro boost, master cylinder. And I modified the bottom of it so because the foot pedal sticks out further than the OBS. So I cut out the whole sheet metal from the Cadillac Escalade, and the majority of it right there where that part was at, and then I fitted it and figured out where it was going to be. And then as for the dash, I did the same thing for the steering column and figured out how to do that. A lot of people want to know what it takes to put in that dash. It was all trial and error. What I did in the dash was I cut and snipped a lot of the existing parts that were from the dash itself. So there's a bracket that goes underneath the dash that's like an aluminum bracket, and that holds the steering column and it holds the foot pedal, and it bolts down to the top of the truck, or the top of the dash right here, but up here. So that was a lot of modifications for that to make that fit, and the steering column to fit. And the door panels, they're never gonna fit correctly, so I'm making them fit. As you can see here, I got partial of it here. It needs to be welded in, and that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna weld it in, secure it, and brace it from the factory welds for the bracing for the support on the door. Right now it's all flimsy because it's just I stopped on it because I really wanted to finish getting the truck going. And like I said earlier on the last video, the ABS brake is what slowed me down, and because I couldn't find the correct lines in the fittings, so that took me a while to get taken care of. Now that that's in, I have to go back and secure a lot of the brake lines, put bolts and some clips to hold the brake lines in place so they're not, wobbling around. But that's just a basic job. It's not like putting in the motor or modifying something, so I'll get to it when I can. Also, to the battery, I put it in the same spot that would be on the 99 to 06. I used, if you guys want to know, this harness here I keep bouncing around, it's unplugged, so don't worry about it. Hey, this guy's freaking janky. He's got his harness, he's gonna start a fire. This is all disconnected, it's just sitting in there, but it's not actually plugged. See, this is plug, this is plug right here, plugs on the bottom of this, and this plug right here gives power to the fan and the lights. So all right here. And then your airbag, there's a few, or a switch, not switch, but a sensor for your airbag sensor. That's for that, so I'm not really worried about that. Actually, I'm not even really worried about the lights, but I do need the wiring for the fan because I am going to use the electrical fan. Right now I turn it on, but as long as I don't let it get over 200, it was like 220 or something like that. So don't let it exceed its the heat on it, because I really not really driving it far, so I'm not really worried about that. I will put the fan in later. Right now I'm using the original radiator from the OBS. This is the original OBS radiator. I believe this is either from the Cadillac, or I don't remember if it was from the 99, but a lot of the stuff interchanges. It's a little off, but you can get it to go. As for the harness, I didn't mess with any of the harness because I did the firewall. So like a lot of these guys that do the swaps, they eliminate this, they eliminate in the position where it's at, they put it on the glove box, on the OBS. I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to pay for someone to flash my computer. I didn't want to have someone tune my computer. I didn't want to have someone rewire my what is it called, the wiring harness. If I need to do that later on to get more power, then I will do that. But for now, it's like I said, I wanted to get it to go. If I have to upgrade for more power, then if I have to change out the harness, then I will do that. But for now, I want to get it going as stock right now as possible to save me money until I have more money to apply on performance parts, I will do that. So like the rear end on this truck, I need to do the rear end. Right now it's just a peg leg rear end. It's the stock rear end. So you know, one wheel spins. I believe it's the passenger side. What else? Let me see. Right now I don't have the mufflers completely put in. Right now I have the original stock Cat mufflers. Later on I'm gonna put a nice muffler, nice, you know, mufflers on there that sound nice and whatnot. Like I said, this is just to get it going, and I wanted to show you guys how things are going. So this is an update basically, and to explain how things are going on this truck. And I'm not done. I prefer this dash. Where is where I leave the keys? Oops, my bad, guys. Let's see, got a lot of keys here. So this truck still is going to be able to use the doors, all the electrical parts of the door. The steering column is going to work. The radio is going to work. That's the original radio that came with it. I believe anything that works in the center console would work. It even has the OnStar on there connected, which goes up to the top. I might use it, might not use it. I don't know. It's a possibility, but I have all the equipment for that. I didn't get rid of it. The AC box is connected. Because of the frame in the front, like you guys know on these OBS trucks, the frame is in the way of the AC unit, so I'm gonna have to figure out another way to run the AC unit. I wanted to run it in the same spot, but I'm not gonna cut my frame. So I'm gonna see if I can put another AC. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to use the original AC compressor. I just want to put in a different position. I don't like a lot of the ones that are out there, so I'm hopefully I can find a AC bracket that goes in the front. Any of you guys, you know, comment, let me know what you use. I want something close. I don't want something dramatically sticking out. I want it to be closer to the engine and something that looks a lot nicer. I don't want these big old brackets. I've seen some big brackets out there. I didn't like them. And like if it doesn't, then I mean, I don't need the AC. I mean, but I did it because I want to do the AC, so it's not there. I was like, I mean, I can have it or I don't have it. I can do without it right now, but I would like to have it. As a burnout truck, you can't really use the AC. It's going to overheat. But when you're driving in and out of a show, I'd rather like to have the AC. I can shut off the AC and do what I got to do. So I hope to get that. Anybody has any ideas of brackets, you know, on the comments, send me what, you know, a link or a name or something would be nice. I'd like to put up there in the front. Later on I will do upgrades. So right now I'm using the 4L60E. I told you guys before, that's the stock, everything's stock, because I wanted to make sure everything was going to go, because like this was far-fetched. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this. To tell you the truth, you guys, I've never done a swap. I never done this before. So my thing is, I kept running into forums where guys were out there, you know, they try to help you, but then other guys, they go in there and they confuse you, because you're like, oh, you don't know how to do this, or you don't know how to do that. And it's like, you don't need that negativity, you want answers, you know. So I was like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here online and try to find questions about depainting or painting a system, you know. I mean, I understand those forums like on Facebook, they're good to help each other, but some of these things, they're a pain in the butt. So I did it my way, which was using complete stock harness from the Cadillac Escalade. I started this last year. I bought the vehicle in Christmas. A guy sold this truck. He wanted, I believe he was asking $8 grand for the stock truck. And I sold him a bumper, and I asked him if he was willing to sell it. He's like, well, I want $8 grand for it. I was like, damn, it was stock. It wasn't pretty. And I figured, okay, I guess some of these guys, OBS trucks, are going, you know, for extreme prices, but damn, that was too much. Anyways, I I seen it for sale, he dropped the price big time, and I took it, and he sold it because they had a bad transmission. It was the 700R4. Someone didn't put the cable right on the throttle cable, and it burned up that transmission. It looked like someone rebuilt it, and it ended up burning up some clutches and I took it apart and checked it out and just burned up some clutches. And let me see, I think I actually still have it. Let's see, yeah, I'm almost done, but look, I don't need all that. Now those are from other jobs. So look at so there's a 700R4, and I think it was in the forward position. Some of the clutches were messed up. I took it apart just kind of curious. I knew it had a lot of shavings in there. At first I thought it was just the pump, and here's the pump over here. I thought it was just the pump. It was more than just the pump. I thought it was just the pump still, but it was more than that. There was a lot of metal shavings in there. So anybody wants that, you know, hit me up. Someone wants to buy, they can rebuild it. I'm not really interested in the 700R4s. And like I said, I'm thinking about going 5-speed on this one. But anyways, back to the truck. The reason why I'm making the video, I wanted to show you guys that it's running. This is in the truck is running. Doesn't that look nice? I got a Christmas tree lights too, you guys. Yeah, I got the Christmas tree lights. Well, I got a real whole reason. I got the cats connected. I got one not connected, and I still got an issue with the ABS. The fuel is low, but man, doesn't that look nice to look at that on an OBS? I don't know about you guys, but I like it. I really like it. I don't like that old ugly looking dash that was there before. That thing was nasty. Check it out. But they're cut at the end. There's no muffler. I had turned it on a couple of days ago and had no mufflers at all, and that thing was wicked, crazy. Flashing, no computer. I use it has the, what is it, the body module. I got it over here. I got it in a different, sitting right here over here, because there's no room to put it the way I had connected everything. There's not enough room to put it right here. It's the way it no longer sits completely correct the way it was before, but everything, it works, it all flows, all the pieces go on, but I just put it in a different spot, that's it. But the body control module's there, the original computer is there, but I just get all these things right here are coming on right now, but I'm not planning this. I'm here in California, so I'm not planning to smog this truck. I mean, you know, guys out there do illegal smog. I don't need to have this on the road. This is basically a toy. Plus, anyways, if you're gonna do anything that's gonna be racing, or you're gonna have any custom parts, you can't do stock. So if you got to pick it, one or another. You're gonna have a stock street truck, then go for it. But here in California, the only thing you could probably do is air intake and a muffler. That's it. I mean, you can't really do much without getting caught by the cops. So this truck basically is going to be towed. She's going to be a trailer queen. Yeah, I have no choice because I'm here in California. I was like in Texas, like a lot of these other guys, like Project Torque and Freddie at Project Torque and On the Gas. Those guys are able to do that. I can't do that. Here in California, we can't do it. Ishmael, that's why Ishmael tows his truck. I know it. I watch Ishmael's channel as well, and basically I want to get with them. And I built the OBS. Basically, I bought the OBS. I wanted the OBS, and the Sideways King. May he rest in peace. That was a good guy. I talked to him on social media, and I really favored his Bloody Mary, and I want to basically take this one out there and represent the guy that was into the swinging the trucks. I didn't know him personally, but I liked the guy when I talked to him on social media, and I think he was a good guy. I missed him. I didn't get to actually get to know him that great, but as for this OBS truck, I want to represent the OBS trucks, the guys out there like OBS, and I believe that guy had a dream. Me, myself, this is basically a house fun, and hopefully I'll be able to get out there like with the rest of these guys to do these burnout trucks. Now, let me shut this off because it's going to get hot. I don't have a fan on there yet. Alright, let's see. Stop. Left it on there too long. It's good, it didn't overheat. Gotta get that fan next. Put that fan in. I got that as well. But anyways, yeah, this is just an update. And like I was saying, I'm not trying to be the guy, but the guy from that used to have the channel, it's still up, the Sideways King guy, Kevin. Like I said, again, rest in peace if you guys can hear me. I don't know if you could say it's a tribute, but you know, I had a close friend that passed away from cancer, and then shortly after that, that guy Kevin died. And you know, I was like, man, I gotta go out there. I gotta go out there and burn out, you know, the OBS truck. I don't see too many guys do OBS trucks, but if there is, hey, more power to them. I want to join in there and have fun with the rest of the guys. But anyways, like I said, this is just an update, let you guys know what's going on with the truck. It's getting there. It's running now. I mean, I could drive it around. I didn't want to drive it around here right now, especially right now. It just got hot. I should just let it cool down. Maybe I'll do a video later, but yeah, it moves. Oh, also another thing, that transmission in there was I bought it from a parts truck that I bought, this motor here, and no, it was another 5.3. I sold that one. It was another 5.3 I bought, and that transmission that's in there, it was off of a Tahoe, and I wasn't sure it was going to work. And it was, you know, you put it in, see if it happens, and it you know what happened was, the guy told me the transmission wasn't going to work, and it did. It's ended up being that the rear end was bad on that Tahoe, so that transmission was good. So I got me a free transmission. I wasn't sure it was going to work. I had to do all this and figure out what was, because that transmission was in there on the Cadillac. That's an all-wheel drive transmission. It's a four-wheel drive. I don't know if you guys know, but you could convert those four-wheel drives to two-wheel drive. And that two-wheel drive that I had out of that Tahoe, I put it in there, and it was just a 50-50 chance it was going to work or not, because like I said, the guy told me it wasn't going to work, and it works. I'm able to drive back and forth around with it, so you know, it's good for now. But later I'm going to switch it to a 5-speed. I want to do something like Smoke 'em, the guy Ishmael has on his blue truck, his second blue truck. So yeah, so I want to do like a 5-speed on a OBS. But anyways, this is just a quick video. I'm not going to be doing any, it's just talking. I'm not going to be doing anything, any fixing or anything like that. I was going to show you guys me installing the muffler and all that, but on a job like that, maybe I'll do it later, but it was, maybe when I take it back down, I'll redo it again when I get it nice and pretty. Right now it's just cut off, and they're just mounted on each end, and they're shortened. It's just the cats, I don't know if you can see the cat down there. You barely see it. The cats are on both ends, so it's kind of quieted down because it doesn't have a muffler, and it's got the oxygen sensors on there. I think I'm just missing one, but like I said, this is just to get it going. All right, guys, talk to you later. Oh, comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.